Good afternoon, potato chips. How you doing? We Paddy from across the shuck. And how are you all today? Um, I haven't made a video in a few days. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on. I'll have to say it's been good personal stuff, but it's been emotional personal stuff that I don't feel ready to share at the moment anyway. But it's good. There's nothing bad about it. And also, my little puppy, our little puppy's only 5 months old. You know, we got a wee Yorkshire Terrier. He has been horrendously ill this week. We ended up on Monday of last week having to take him to the vet, and he had gastroenteritis, and he's such a small wee dog, and it just drained him. He was like Skeletor. Um, we took him to the vet. She gave him an injection, and then she put him on antibiotics there for another 4 days after that. And he's only just starting to come round now. He had a wee revive on Friday, but then went downhill again, got diarrhea again. He's just been eating chicken and rice. God love him. Um, but he's a bit better today. But that's been emotional because, like a child, we've been up most nights at some stage for an hour or two where he's just had diarrhea. Oh, anyway, I'll not get into it. But it's been one of those weeks. But I suppose the other thing about it is I've had some stuff in this week. I've done some trading. There's a bit of buying. There's gifts from friends, just a wee bit of everything this week. And I thought I would just run over what I've had this week because you'll get to see these in videos of their own. Or in a company with other knives. First of all, I want to talk about this. This is the Jack Wolf Knives Vampire Jack. I have been carrying this all week. This flipping thing is just amazing as a knife. Forget everything else. Let's just forget everything. As a pen knife, this has been astonishingly good. They've all been good, but this has surprised me more than most. This blade shape is a spear point. It has an incredibly sharp spear, about 10 thousandths behind the edge. That shape that will do anything that you want to do in an EDC knife. This is the boyo for you. To be honest, I think this is probably the best all-rounder of the ones I've had so far, which I'm really surprised because it wasn't a shape that sort of hit me right up the face and said, oh, I want that. But now that I've had it in hand, like a lot of Ben's knives, once you get it in hand and you feel the genius of his design, because that's all it is. It's just, you can't make something that looks like this and have it so comfortable in hand. It's just beautiful. You have 2 fingers before, 2 fingers after the hump, and it just sits in your hand. Better than any other pen knife I've held. That's the truth. It's better than it. But this blade is like a laser. It's such a joy. I've just been sitting here cutting cardboard, and I think people talk about the blade grind. I didn't clean it. I've been cutting cardboard, right? You can see the sort of marks there on it, but do you know what I mean? All I have to do is put a cloth in this. Look, rub down the grinds because there's no markings on this knife. It doesn't show any markings. Although I'll have to clean that. But it's just been an absolute demon. It just eats through them. I haven't had to sharpen it. I always do most nights. I'll put a wee strop, 3 or 4 goes in a strop, and that's it. It just comes back to a super edge. But the point on this is absolutely fantastic. And it's not, it's delicate. It's not by no means thick, but it's really workable. You can really get it into things. Stabbing is unbelievably good. I've had to go and stab in the boxes. Absolutely just glides through up to the hilt. But that's not a sort of thing but if you're going to be going into sandbags, if you would use this, a lot of people wouldn't use this, but this with a micarta is quite apt. You can always clean and wash micarta and it comes up. Yes, you're going to have your signature full sign, but that's okay. But this, I have to say, I have had more enjoyment than most on the cutting, on the testing. I've enjoyed this more than most. This as a pen knife is superb. Absolutely superb. Walk and talk on all these is just absolutely beautiful. This one's about a 7 pull, which I think is absolutely fantastic for it because it's only thin here. But because you have that full hollow grind, when I put my finger in here to lift it up, I've got the nail nick plus the full hollow grind, and I can pull it out so easy. But just listen to it. solidity is the thing that all Jack Wolf knives is, that solid feeling. It feels like a knife that's not going to let you down, and this is proven no exception. That this is not a review. This is just me talking about it. I'll probably do my review either tomorrow. In fact, I think I'll do it tomorrow on it. But I'm just enjoying it so much. And the other one that, let me just show you. Sorry, I could talk about these all day long, and I should do it till tomorrow. But my other favourite blade shape is the fat spear, right? There's the fat spear, and there's it. Look at the difference, right? They're both spear points, but what a difference. This I love for slicing. This for cutting. It's just a cutting machine. So is this, but this is, if I was going to cut cardboard up, definitely this one. It is so good for cardboard. It just flies through it. Really does fly through it. This is a great slicer, food prep, anything like that. I love this. My favourite blade shape. But let me tell you, there is a heck of a difference in them. You're not just getting the same shape over and over again. What I like about Ben is he's not frightened to exaggerate blade shapes and make them just that little bit different. And while I'm remembering, one of my subs asked me to see it up against this knife, which is the Farley, the Ace Farley. And I just want to let him see it. I think he just wants to judge. So it's near enough exactly the same size as the Ace Farley. Now, both of these are from Fray Knives. Fray Knives is a UK dealer for the Ace Biblios and all that sort of thing. But this Ace Farley's a slip joint is absolutely fantastic. And there's the two blades together. They're both M390. This has about £100 dear. You can see where that £100 goes when you get it in hand. But they'll both cut. This is nowhere near as thin behind the edge as this, but two beautiful knives, and the integral titanium bolsters in this just set it apart. But there we are together. It was one of my subs asked me to do that. I think he's been thinking of getting one. So there's that job done. So I'll put this away, and you'll see the full review either tomorrow or Wednesday before it goes up on Wednesday night. They're up on Wednesday night at Fray Knives. I'll put that down below. So there's one gone. Let's take that out of the way. What else have I got this week? I had a little splurge on flashlights. I just wanted a wee quick update of my smaller flashlights. And there was a boy on one of my one of my Facebook groups was selling. It was about 6 different Olights, small Olights, brand new in box. And I'd done a trade for him we'd done a good trade. But he was really, really generous. I got this. This is the O bulb. What a fantastic little bit of kit. Rechargeable. There's a little metal plate with a magnet on it that I've stuck up on the wall behind my wife. She sits and does her needlecraft at night time, and it gives her so much light. It's fantastic. But just even as a night light for children, you push it in and hold it, and you get the dimmest light. And you hold it again, and it goes up to the brightest light. And that is absolutely fantastic at night, right behind my wife's head, and she can see everything in front of her, and it doesn't affect the telly. And then if you do it again, it goes to submarine light. You get a red glow light. So if you've got a child in bed at night time who needs it on just to get to sleep, fantastic. The little metal bracket on the wall, stick it on. You can go in later on at night and just turn it off again. But it has a flashing light as well. So if you wanted to have it in the back of your car in case you broke down, again, another super option for it. Love this. Fantastic little piece of kit. You can buy them all on Amazon, I think. Another one I updated my keyring chain. I had the little black one. This is just the more modern one. This is the IX5 or IXV, whichever way you want to put it. This is just an upgrade, and it's lovely, and it's in blue. I like that on my keyring. Really enjoying that. Trying to make room for all this stuff here that I've got out and about around me. I'll put them over here. Those two, and then the thing I've had in my pocket every day with my Jack Wolf knives is this. I got these two. This is the little O pen. Now, this is not the light. This is just a small EDC pen. This is about the same size as Swarf pens. If anybody have got them, there's a Swarf pen. It's about the same size. Not that much difference. This is even lighter than this. They're both aluminium, but this is incredibly light. And it's just a great wee pen. You can either have it in your pocket, or as I've done here, I put it in here, and I got the orange, this was another part of the deal. This is the IO3, the 3E EOS. Just a super little light. Absolutely super. Love this. And this goes in my left-hand pocket. Great carry with a little sheath, not bouncing about the pocket, not even clipped on it, just flops in. And look, there's nothing. You don't feel that in your pocket. There's no weight at all. And I've got two really good, useful tools. Let's put that over there. So that's good. Now we're getting down to more other things. The bloke, when we decided to do the trade, he said, I'll send you a couple of wee things. And here's the couple of wee things, which are not a couple of wee things. They're absolutely cracking. This is a little boker. This is only an HCR 13, but it's a frame lock. It's a deep carry pocket clip. It is a beautiful little design as a stocky little work knife box opener. Absolutely perfect. High flat ground on it, but sturdy as it get all. Look at that there. Real sturdy little box opener if you have to do that repetitively all day. What a super little knife. So I really do thank him for that. And also, he sent this. This is my wee sheath, but a Kiridashi. I put my little leprechaun on there. But a lovely Kiridashi. You could even tie it to a stick as a spear. It's got a pry bar. It's just stainless steel. Great edge on it. Wicked little edge. And this is going to sit in my desk as my box opener. A lovely little Kiridashi. I've never had one, so I'm really enjoying it. Found this little sheath. I need to get a bit of plastic insert into the bottom. So I'm just setting it in there like that for now. That'll be my channel box opening. Then Dan, my friend over at Blade Bridge. Look, you know me and Dan, we just swap knives back and forward, give each other wee gifts. He bought me this lovely glass for £1, which I'll show when I'm doing my next video. I forgot to bring it down here with me, with a sailing ship on it. And it's just a lovely little glass that he got at a market, and just thought, that's the sort of friend he is. It's nice. So we do that between each other. But he sent me these. He had got this little Imperial Ireland camp knife. It actually says on it, camper's knife. And it's just a really cracking little thing, made in Ireland. It's down in the southern part of Ireland. I need to do research on it, which I will do, because I now have 5 knives made by Imperial Ireland. So it's a collection. I'll do the collection of all 5. I have another camper's knife. Well, it's a camp knife. That's a little bit different than this, but made in Imperial Ireland. I'm not sure of the time scale. That's what I need to find out for the video. And there's a couple of changes with the tools. But this is one of these, just the clip-on tools. You know, the clip-on covers. It's actually not clip-on covers in this. I lied. My other one is clip-on covers, but we'll get to that anyway. Lovely little knife. He cleaned it all up for me, and it's absolutely working perfect. Lovely blade with loads of life left on it. Absolutely lovely. So we'll do that. That's another one to come for the channel. And here's some of the other. I keep meaning to. This video is going to go on a bit. Sorry. That's the other camp knife. And that's not even a clip-on. What was I thinking clip-on? I don't know. But there's 2. These are both camp knives, but they are different. And I'll show that when we do the review on the knives. The other ones I got, this is a beautiful Stockman made by Imperial. And this is really good quality. This is made with carbon blades. Just an absolute cracker. All the blades are full. You know, there's years of use left in it, and this is really well put together. I thought all the Imperial Irelands were just sort of cheap junk knives, but this is by no means a junk knife at all. Really well made, plastic jigged handles, but it's seen a bit of life. It's been battered and bruised, but not used a whole lot, so that's lovely. And then I have 2 of these, the old Barlows. They're cheap. One of my subs gave this to me quite a while ago, but they'll go lovely in my Imperial Ireland. It's just a Barlow and a Grandaddy Barlow, but they were good knives. This Grandaddy Barlow, they're light. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. These are just clipped together scales. You can see on the top there, they just clip over the top. But let me tell you, this is a real usable knife. This is a lovely grip. Look at that. It's a full, I can spread my fingers right out and get a full grip. Beautiful big Grandaddy Barlow. Carbon steel again, so it'll cut and take an edge. Really good. So they'll go, and that's my collection of Imperial Ireland to come. We've done that. And now these were 2 that Dan just sent me for the sake. This is This is one. Dan always experiments in making and putting together other knives. And he was doing these. It didn't turn out very well. So he just stopped where he was and he said, here, Paddy, have it. And he does that all the time on little knives. They're fully functional, but they're not up to his standard to sell on to his customers. And that's the nice thing about Dan. He'll not send you crap. So it's got a Phillips head screwdriver here. It has got the little penknife, and he stonewashed these himself. Little stonewash on them and acid wash. And this one, he was going to do some file work on the back of it, which never got completed. But it doesn't matter to me. What a lovely little knife that's just in there. You've got 2 blades and a Phillips screwdriver. This doesn't exist. This is just one that Dan put together with stuff he had and threw it over to me. That's the joy. That's the joy of that there. So we got that there. And then this flipping beastie. He sent this over to me. Paddy says, this is for sale. Have a look at it. If you like it, take it by all means. And we've already come to, I'm going to take it and we're going to trade for it. I'm going to send him a knife for it, which I'm so far behind in my postage, I can't tell you. But anyway, I'll get there. I'll get there. But this is 113 mil. Most of you know about the big 111 mil. This is my Outrider, which you've seen on the channel. This is 113 mil. So you can see the difference. There's a, it's absolutely, but these knives, they look like they can't be comfortable. But you take that blade out. That is look how thick that is. It is absolutely fantastic in hand. Super long knife. Really, really nice. Wicked edge on it. Dan put that on that. I'm sure he did. But this one locks. There's a wee button on the front. You push that in and it unlocks it. These are a Delamont, I believe, rather than a Victorinox. And this saw, I mean, this knife's brand new. It's never been used. It's secondhand to me, secondhand to Dan. He bought it from America, but it's never been used. It's an absolutely beautiful saw. What length is that saw? It's such a, let's see, the cutting edge is 4 inches on that saw. How good and useful is that to throw in a go bag, to throw anywhere like that where you might need it, fantastic. And you know how good the saws are from Victorinox. But no, really, really love it. And it's got the cap lifter and the screwdriver, and it has the can opener and the 2D Phillips or small flathead. Just a beautiful knife. You've got the tweezers in it. I think that's all you've got. Is it tweezers? Yeah, you've got tweezers. Oh, and a toothpick. So a fantastic knife. I love this. So unusual for me to get. So I've had a really good week and stuff. I hope you enjoyed having this quick overview of 18 minutes quickness. You'll see all these in reviews to come. The Jack Wolf knives. Where did I put it? What do you make me do with my Jack Wolf knife? Oh, I'll be doing the review of this either tomorrow or Wednesday. Not sure when I want to do it. I'm just enjoying carrying it, and I don't want to stop carrying it. My mate Justin had it for a couple of days, who's in the podcast. And tonight we record the podcast with Ben Belkin, like we do every month before the release. And we're going to get to talk to him about this knife and what the inspiration, the design was for it. And I love these wee chats with Ben because he's so detailed in how he explains it. So I look forward to that. That'll be coming out on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how much we have to edit it. So there you go. That's what I've got. That's what I've got to do reviews on. Plenty here to do. Plenty to do. So thank you very much, everybody. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea and get stuck into sorting out what reviews are to come next. Take care. Bye-bye.